to welcome UNC's 2022 commencement speaker, Ms. Maria Frei Jehan G. Sangil.
Especially for me. Thank you very much for the podium, for the extra height. Uh, please sit down. Thank you very much. I hope I get this right. To Chairman Alfredo Ayala and the Board of Trustees, to the administration of UNC, headed by, of course, President Frei, Dr. Frei Lea Patria Bata Lauraya. Salamat po for the introduction, a bit intimidating. And of course, to the Dean, and to the parents, and most of all, to the graduates. Ayan, good afternoon. And thank you very much for, I can remove my mask. Thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for giving me the honor of welcoming the class of 2022 into the real world. This is the class who battled against COVID-19 and survived. So for that alone, congratulations. Now, I'd like to start this with a story. The story of a girl who is completely different from the introduction you just heard. You see, when this girl was in college, maybe a few years younger than you, she didn't have the nicest grades. She was a probinsyana, studying in Manila, and she had to take a lot of part-time jobs just to make ends meet. Ang mahal mag-aral ng college. And even though she was very, very passionate with science and technology, unfortunately, the realities of life prevented her from putting her full energy and passion into her studies and in her dreams. And then one day, she was kicked out of her college. And someone she respects very, very much called her and said, "Frei, maybe you just don't have what it takes to work in technology." So devastated, feeling utterly useless, she walked back to her dorm, and along the way, she passed by a banana vendor. Nagtitinda ng saging sa tabi. Sabi niya, "Manong, magkano yung sangsapad? One bunch." Sabi nung matanda, 10 piso, iha." Pagkita niya sa wallet niya, naku, 7 lang pera ko. Sige, salamat na lang po. And then the vendor, the old man, probably sensed that something was wrong. So, he called her, "Halika nga dito. Alam mo, pauwi naman ako. Sige na, 7 na lang." And then, the old man gave her a pat on the back and said, "Balita ko matatalino yung nag-aaral dyan. Galingan mo para pag nakagraduate ka, malay mo, makagawa ka ng something na makakatulong sa mga katulad ko. Laban lang And that seemingly insignificant and simple encounter left a profound impact in her life and on the work that she will do in the future. It wasn't from an international awardee. It wasn't from someone with long list of credentials. It was from a vendor who did not even finish college because of poverty, because of the many socio-economic barriers that prevent compassionate and deserving individuals like him to get the opportunity that they need and they deserve. You see, the world can be unfair. Sometimes, if you have the privilege, it can be really easy for you to get an opportunity. And it can be 10 or 20 times more difficult for another person to get the same kind of opportunity because of what? Age, gender, race, socioeconomic status, and several other barriers that exist in our society today. Yung COVID nga lang, di ba? When all of a sudden we were forced to go digital, whether you are ready or not, those with good digital infrastructure were able to thrive. But those who didn't, ano nangyari? Di ba mas mahirap? But I want to introduce a very powerful tool that we humans use. We have been using this for the longest time to make this world a bit more equal. Technology. You see, I've always found technology extremely fascinating and impactful. Just imagine, in the Stone Age, yung mga Homo sapiens, we didn't have thick skins like elephants. We didn't have claws or fangs like tigers. We're practically weak physically, di ba? And yet we were able to thrive and survive. And we even became one of the most, if not the most powerful beings here on Earth. And that is because of three things. One, we acknowledged our shortcomings, our current problems. Second, we built technologies and tools. We innovated to make up for what we don't have. And third, because we as a society, we work together so that we can help each other, diba? And feel each other's weakness. That's how humanity survived, and that's how we will also survive. That's why despite the challenges that we are facing, our generation, specifically our generation, kasama pa naman ako, diba? We are in a very good position to create the most profound impact. Bakit? We are called the digital natives. We are the ones who were born in the era of technology. We are those with the innate capabilities and mastery of the technology that practically runs the entire world. Tayo yun. That's why, just like how the first humans, the Homo sapiens, were able to survive because of technology and innovation, we can also make things happen with technology. Noon, di ba, walang access yung mga tao sa libro. But now, with the help of internet, if properly used, someone from Bicol can access books from abroad, di ba, from the Ivy League schools. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when a lot of people lost their livelihoods, my team and I were very fortunate to have been given the opportunity to provide software solutions and trainings to hundreds of senior citizens, indigenous peoples, PWDs, and marginalized groups. And we saw firsthand how it allowed them to continue working, to continue earning. And some of them were even able to sell their products globally. And we are very, very proud of that impact. And here's another thing. Many times, we get super frustrated with long-standing problems. Nood ka ng TV, open ka ng internet, corruption, inefficiency, inequality, paulit-ulit. But over the past years, working in civic tech and data science, we were able to see firsthand how ICT was able to make government transactions faster, more transparent, and more efficient, more inclusive. Sabi nga, di ba, crime thrives in secrecy. But with the help of technology, we can make things more transparent. Di ba? We can make things more equal, and it helps curb corruption and helps curb other inequalities in our society. Eto, I've seen firsthand an artificial intelligence called Rosie. Alam nyo ba, this AI was responsible for flagging millions of dollars worth of fraudulent transactions in Brazil. Isipin yung millions. Because of the AI, no physical, walang tao ang na-endanger, no physical whistleblower was endangered, and millions were returned to the taxpayers in Brazil. I was very fortunate to have met, befriend one of the lead developers. I've seen her in Taiwan. And hindi lang yun, we have a lot of initiatives going on, and feel free to add to that. So you see, technology changes the landscape of our society. It shifts power. Problems that we thought were unsolvable many years ago can actually be solved right now. Diba? That's why it's a very exciting opportunity for us specifically to decide what kind of world we want to live in. Now, as much as I want to say good things, all good things, it won't help to give you false hopes. The world out there can be difficult. You will struggle, you will get frustrated, but I'm confident that you will go through that. Kaya yan. If you find passion and meaning in the work that you do and in every step that you take time to reflect. Anong ginawa ko? Diba? What kind of footprints do I want to leave in this world? Diba? What did I do with my knowledge? Sabi nga, diba, education, computer studies, engineering, architecture, criminal justice education, these are very powerful expertise. What did I do with this? Now, I'd like to share one final story. This is actually something I learned when I was in college from my favorite professor, who is from Naga, by the way, Dr. Carlos Orius. So this is the story of two writers who lived in the 1600s. Yan. Si writer number one, he wrote 3,000 sonnets, 3 novels, 4 novellas, 9 epics, 3 didactic poems, and several hundred comedies. Long story short, napakarami niyang sinulat sa buhay niya. He was basically the very definition of success and he was very rich. Kinaiinggitan siya, si writer 1. On the other hand, may contemporary siya, si writer 2. Writer 2 was struggling. Walang pera, konti lang yung nasulat niya sa buong buhay niya, and he was even sent to jail on some occasions. Now, writer 1, his name is Lope de Vega. Can anyone here remember just one of his thousands and thousands of works? Lope de Vega. Now let's go to writer 2. Writer 2, I will name just one of his handful of works. It's called Don Quixote, Man of La Mancha. The most translated book next to the Bible, and even after centuries, it's still being read worldwide and making global impact. Miguel de Cervantes, that's writer 2. So, I will leave that lesson to you. As you go to the world, and you will use your skills and face life's challenges, always remember, reflect on the kind of impact that you will do to yourself, to your family, to your friends, to your society, but never ever compare with others. There is no such thing as small impact, big impact, wala. They're all the same thing. That's why if you keep on looking at others, and if you keep comparing them, you will lose sight of your own spark and brilliance, of your own contributions that, who knows, may have impact, may make global impact for the next 100 years. You're very fortunate to have been equipped by UNC with the skills needed to face life's challenges. I'm sure that there will be students here who will surpass all of us here on stage. Diba? I'm sure that some of you here will make profound impact in our country. But that is only if you walk with passion, integrity, and meaning in your every step. So congratulations, class of 2022, our future problem solvers and game changers. Nag-iintay sa atin, sa inyo, yung mga katulad ni Manong na nagbebenta ng saging. Marami sila. Be very, very proud of yourself. And I'm sure we're all excited to see what kind of impact you will make in our country, and who knows, maybe in the whole world. Maraming salamat po. Congrats.
Presentation of the Plaque of Appreciation. This Plaque of Appreciation is hereby awarded to Maria Jihan Frei G. Sangil, President, LayerTech Software Laboratories Incorporated, in grateful acknowledgement of her distinguished and invaluable service as commencement speaker during the 74th commencement exercises, thereby contributing immeasurably to the prestige and success of the occasion, given this 24th day of June 2022 at the University of Nueva Caceres, Naga City, Philippines. Signed, Dr. Frei Lea Patria M. Lauraya, University President.
graduates of baccalaureate degrees, and parents, please rise for the imposition of the UNC Baliog. The University of Nueva Caceres takes honor and pride to impose upon you this Baliog, a lasting symbol of the respective degrees you have earned and the symbol of your future profession. Wear it with dignity.